Hey again, we did complete in the previous video the connection with the Firebase. So what I want to do now, I want to do the login page. So anyone want to use Tic-Tac-Toe, you have to log in. So first of all, I have to go to the Firebase console and in the authentication, you know that my app Tic-Tac-Toe iOS, which is this one. So in the authentication, I have to go to the signing in method. I have to enable this one. It's already enabled because I enabled from previous project for the Twitter app. So I've seen enable. If you do new project and you see it already disabled, make sure change it to disable, enable, and save it. So make sure this one enable. This is first step. Second step, we need to do the login page. So what I have to do, I have to add view controller, and this view controller should go here. And this view controller, I want it to be my startup page, so I have to move this one to it. So first thing, people have to see this one. So I have to add a new file, which is for the view controller. I say next, make sure this one UI view controller, and make sure this one name it view controller login. People do login. So great, bam, bam. Okay, I think I have it ready now. So what I will do, just to make sure I don't have any problem, just take this one and say, hey, this one is connected with a view controller login. So now in the code, what I do, text field I need for the person enter his email and password for sure. Anyone to want to play the game, you have to have email and password. And here you have to go to the settings and name it enter user, enter your email, and the next text field, enter your password, okay, enter your password, and almost, oops, not background, sorry, I just did mistake. This one have to take and move it here, and make sure this one have to be secure text field. So because I need people to don't see the password. I also need a button for register. I will add only button for register because I will save user settings. So next time when he opened the app, he already registered. So just make sure from everything. Boom. If you don't like this one, here you go, login, or rename it register, because it only see it by the new user. Make sure change the background then to this one, and the hints to this one. I almost done. Then one final thing, connect these things with the code. So I have these object, which is this one. So I say, hey, this is a view controller login. So this should be the text field, should be txt email, and this one should be txt password, and this one should be button for login, so or register. So I have to add it here. I say bu register. Okay, make sure this one will be action, and boom, connected. I'm done. So just go, let me just take these off, I don't want them to use some of my things. So now I think everything is ready. I have these login. I don't need these two methods for these. I need just to do login. So how to do login? So you know the process. We already discussed these things. First of all, you need to import Firebase on the top of the page. You say, hey, import Firebase. Import Firebase. Second thing, what I want to do register for the user. So to do register, I just say this way. I say fire authentication dot what auth. Then I say dot create a new user, create user, with email and password. So whatever email you have whatever you have txt email dot text, whatever people pass it as a text, and whatever you have the password txt password dot text, whatever you have as a text. And what will happen when there's something completed? So I want to see the results. So I say, hey, if someone here want to do this, please come here. So there's two things expected: either I get the user or getting error. Okay, let me process these things. So I would say, hey, let me just close the bracket here. So I say here, if there is error, so if let error equal error, that means if I have error, print whatever, print cannot login. And you could show the error also, so people could understand why he cannot log in the console. Okay, this is first thing. Okay, what if there's no error? Say hey, else, that means the user is login. So if the user is login, first of all, let me just print the user UID. Then you'll fix that thing later. So I say user UID, and I want to show him the user dot UID, whatever, just show it for the people. So really straightforward thing. So either do this thing or do this thing if you was able to log in, and bam, you done. So I think maybe I have error here. He said what? Okay, you don't need that sign. So yes, just for login ID, I think he just, when you click on it, he just will log in and you will not have any, he will create a new user for you and register it. But what I want to do after I do register for the user. First of all, I want to go to the second page, like mean go to the next page. So in this one, this activity need to go to that activity, which is the second page. Would do show. So because I'm doing from view controller, I didn't define which one will go, so make sure give the identification like play game. Give it this name. So this is my Segway name. So name it play game Segway. Save it. Now to use this Segway, so on the login, for example, let me just here, because I need this method to use it from different places, say function, name it go to play game. Just make name, I'll just give a name this function. That means I want to go to the second page. So this is just doing Segway to go to the second activity. I say perform Segway, which is this one. He asks you which identification. I know my identification. Is there anything I send to it? No, I don't need to send anything for now. So now, hey, if the user login, please go to this one. If you just login, go to the second activity. You know that if I do perform Segway, there is something, some function name it prepare will be called prepare this way. Prepare will be called sometime I know the name of the function, so I don't want to go too many details. So this is my function. This is my prepare function that should be called automatically when the person do call for Segway. You know why I cannot call this one, because this is a function and this is event, so I need to mention word self before it, so he would know it. Now, hey, I want to prepare. You know that I say, hey, if let whatever, if Segway dot identification will be equal to this one, play game. That means I could start working. So what I will do, first of all, I say, hey, if let view controller, whatever, name it play game equal the Segway Segway dot destination This is something like we do it every day. I just name it a view controller. Why a view controller? Because this name it view controller for the destination. So you're saying, hey, that a view controller, the destination, I have it. So what I will do just whatever you want. If you want to pass anything, so you could pass it. Let me suppose here in this one, in the view controller, I just getting here something, name it. Well, just I suppose I have variable, name it user UID, which is supposed to be a string. User UID supposed to be a string, and expect to get a null. And yes, we are passing data to that one. So to pass the data for it, you say, hey, view controller login dot user UID will be equal whatever user UID you have it in this app. So you say, let me define here our user UID. So var user UID, which is also string, that I will pass it in seconds. And I say, hey, this one will be equal that user UID. So just make sure passing some information from the first controller to second controller. So this one done. So this is the prepare is done. I think everything is ready. So you will not have any problem. Anyone will call this method, he will go to the second activity without any problem. One final things I have to do. So if the person already registered, that means I want to check whenever when the application gets started, did loaded. If the user already registered, so say, hey, if let the user will be equal what, or will be equal to the Firebase authentication. Make sure if the user already, like he already already registered before, I say .auth current user. If I have user already, that means, hey, I want to go to the next, but before I have to go next, I have say self dot user UID equal to the user dot UID. Just make sure. And also just directory say go to the next. So that's mean what? That's mean if the user he want to open the application again and he already logged in before, I don't show him the login page directly, go to the next page. But you know that you will get a problem now here because this one running in bag thread. So you need to go here on this one and say, hey, this perform need to be inside the dispatcher queue dot main dot async, whatever, and you add your code here. And because this one need to be performed, it will not work in this way, it need to have word cell before it. So basically I'm done now. If when someone comes second time, he will not have any problem. He will directly go to the second page without any issues with login info. I just want to do final things. Just you want to save this information in the Firebase database. So make sure to do that. I say, hey, variable, I define my reference to the database equal to the Fire database references dot init. Then this one, before we do anything, I do initialize for this one. So okay, I do reference will be equal to the Firebase database, FAR database, this one dot databases dot references. Okay, just initialize it. You know this process, so you could do self to be like more standard. So now what I want to do, I want just setting child for the user login side. Hey, after user login, what I want to do? Okay, I will do this. First of all, when he did login, in this way, I create a new node and the child, but I name this child tic tac toy because I need to save all the information for a tic tac toy in this child. Then I say dot, again a new child inside this. I name it users because I need to save all the information for the node name tic tac toy. Have the users inside it, then have this user inside it, which is this user child, which is user UID, whatever user UID have. Do you think I have to add user UID? No, I have to add the email of the person. So how to get the email? I have to say, hey, variable. Okay, why I have to do it? I have already the email here is coming on this one. But just let me define function to Siblet. So Siblet email. Why? I will tell you why. Because now if I just say, hey, I need to create child named user.email, you will get into trouble because the email have word at inside it, and you cannot have nude name have a at. So I need to remove the at from it. So I say, okay, Siblet email, okay, whatever the email coming. So you said email string, just want Sibleted. So you know how to Siblet. Just say, hey, return. Before that, you say, hey, variable or late array of email will be equal to the email dot Siblet new function. Just use it to Siblet. I want to Siblet according at. So whenever you have at, please Siblet it, and I want to return first part in the array, so number 0. That's mean, hey, if you send me email hussein@yahoo.com, he will return only Hussein for you. So now when you pass this one, hopefully you will not have any problem with this one. He just send you the email and you'll be okay. And also this one have to have a nude inside it. I will add child inside it, have a request that this person, whatever request he get. So I say requests in this way, requests, and you could set it any value, but I would give it value set value. I will give it whatever the user UID for now. So what I did, user.uid. So okay, I will tell you what I did in seconds. Wait, let me just first fix what he say. Hey, okay, because here we are doing some calling to the function out, so this one need to have the word self before it, self in this way. So what I did is this. I say, hey, after you login, create a new node, name it tic-tac-toe. Inside the node, name it user. Then create with child with my name, whatever my name is. Create child with my name. Then inside it, add a new child, name it request, have whatever UID I have. I don't know why he do this. So yes, I think this one need to be taken over, and the user UID also need to be taken, so you will not have any problem. So you could do it in this way. I say, hey, getting this one, and yes, avoiding any error. Okay, it sounds fine, but I think here I have to return something, name it string, and also this one need to be casted to string, so I will not have any problem. Bum, send it back, and I should be totally fine. He did load, so I have this thing. I have this my Firebase dashboard. So I want to go to the database, so make sure everything is cool. So I would name it rana90@gmail.com. Then give it any password. Then bam. Okay, and if you go to now, he got a new node named tic-tac-toe. Click on it. He have a user. The user name is Rana19 only. If you see, he just take off the part of the email and he got add this request for it. So now any user will log in. Any new user, when he log in, he will get a new node for him with a username, with the request, with that value. So now if I just try to run another app, just whatever application, 6S, now device totally different. You try to log in with a different user, you are totally fine, you could do it. And also the normal user, when he try to log in, he will not see the login page. He directly go to the next page because he already logged in, so you will not ask him to log in again. So yes, this should be our good start. So now anyone want to use to our application, just directly log in with his email and password, click login, we will have a track for him, we will track him, and you will have everything. So let's suppose this one should be Hussein 19AA and the password, then register. Hopefully he will, okay, I have to say @gmail.com, then click register, so he will register that user. See, now you have another user. So every user login, you take username and save it. Why we disable it? Because we cannot add @ as you in the node name. So here we're done. Thank you for watching and see you next.